Hi guys, we just got back from Ghost in the Shell, the remake of the 1995 anime. Was it a manga?
Well,
whichever.
It was a manga, then it got turned into the film, and I think the TV show, the anime came after that? I'm not too sure.
Whatever. But yeah, this is the 2017 remake with Scarlett Johansson as Major. And, well, what do you think of it, Jamie? Since you've recently rewatched the original Ghost in the Shell, I haven't watched it in ages.
Yeah, I watched it, but to be fair, it was quite a while ago now, actually. Last year?
Last year?
Last
Okay,
year.
more recently than
But yeah,
I
more
have.
recently. But there's just... I'm trying to look at this film without looking at the old film. Because in all fairness, I don't know much about its whole storyline and everything.
Yeah.
But from what I can remember, it's just little parts just got changed around, switched up. The things which annoy me, like, it's sort of a new adaptation, but they kept a lot of stuff, like iconic scenes from the old film, and stuck them into this one, but with a sort of different storyline. And it's just, so I'm watching it going, I'm trying to see the other film, but like, no, they've taken out from the old thing, but they've changed it around slightly. It's a bit distracting.
I think we'll go on to that sort of stuff in the spoiler section, but we're not going to do a spoiler section. We're going to make it in one big thing. I think we'll do this one because there's not really much to say about the film. It's not the storyline. You know, if you've seen the original Ghost in the Shell, it's basically the same.
It's sort of,
like you said, there's bits changed, but it's still an enjoyable story. Like, it's just a bit. As it is now, it's not original anymore. It's been overdone.
No, true. I think they changed the Major's motives in this one. I don't really know what to say now.
That's the thing. The problem I've had with it is that when I was watching it, I couldn't remember what was and what wasn't in the last one, in the original. And like how it all goes together, because obviously there's been a lot of films since then that have similar storylines, and it all merges into one for me. That's why I wanted to go back and watch it again and absorb it and then see the differences. But story aside, what about casting wise?
To be fair, but casting I think is perfectly fine.
Casting's perfectly fine. I agree.
I know there was a major outcry that they had Scarlett Johansson as the main.
Yeah, they brush over that quite in a nice little way, don't they? They sort of just...
I mean, she is a robot, so they can make her look however they want.
Yeah, it's true. And it is true. She's only a brain inside a box. So.
And they do make her look like the one from the anime. I have to say, obviously she's not the exact carbon copy of her.
But the hair.
They get the hair correct, they've tried to give her the same outfits. I think the look of the film... they have tried to keep it like to the look of the anime.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
especially
thinking.
With like, I mean, because the anime is set in the future, and if we look at most films which are set in the future nowadays, we've got like a completely different style.
Yeah.
And this one, they've still gone for the style that we thought the future was going to be in that 1995. Rather than the style of the future we think is going to be now. They've updated it, they've changed it slightly.
Well, that's what I was about to say on that. Obviously, because back then, with the way they did the anime and all that, I always felt that, that's something I remember visually, is that it was advanced, but it was kind of still a bit would you say run down future, or not post-apocalyptic almost, but a bit of a grittier future.
Yeah.
Whereas this was very vibrant, colourful, and all kinds of stuff.
The city like appears the same. They got like the same vehicle designs and everything.
Boxes.
But then they've also got updated things. They put holograms all around the city, which is something that we would probably do.
Holograms,
but they didn't have that in the anime because I think it would be a bit too hard to.
Well, you wouldn't get the same sort of feel, would you?
But so it's got kind of like the same sort of dark, gritty future feel and texture, and then they just a little bit added from what we now know as a.
Yeah, what we expect from a future, especially in like a high technology city, like something like that. But yeah, casting's fine. All the other characters are sort of, I mean. Is it Q's?
The main...
The main antagonist.
Sort of,
Michael
no,
Pitt.
not the main antagonist, but sort of.
Well,
Yeah.
the not really an antagonist. He was the start of, but like as we looked, it was like the two characters have merged. Like so the AI from the original and the cyber terrorists.
He's based on like two different characters and put into one.
Yeah,
So-
just to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like you know, like he's the sort of side villain. There's another villain, and
Yeah, there's a real villain in
just
the end.
just it's just I think it's just so like it keeps it simple for people that don't follow things very
Yeah.
well. Because you said that was the problem with the original for you. That
Well, no, the original, I just remember, I got to the end of it and I was just thinking, what have I actually watched? What have I learned from this film? Because there was a lot of talking between, like, some of the characters, and they go into a lot of jargon within the world of itself, and unless you're properly paying attention, it kind of like just sort of goes past you a bit. But this one, yeah, I feel it's a bit more simplified.
a bit more simplified. Like as we were saying, like about with the visuals. Visually, there's shit going all over the place. Like you look at this billboard, it's got like a fish cascading down the side. Like, what? You know, like if you saw that in like VR or something, it looked pretty cool. Like on visuals again, like obviously in the anime, she's like naked, isn't she? Essentially,
She is naked when she goes. Because I'm pretty sure she has to be naked to go into camouflage mode. But in this one, it seemed like she had some kind of suit.
I
over
can't.
her.
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it because when there's a scene where she's just come out of water and you can see it's her skin, like it's obviously her skin.
Yeah, but it's
Not-
got
it's
kind
not
of
CGI.
lines on her just to show that she's.
But that's the thing. The lines disappear occasionally.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they reappear. And when they reappear, that's when she's in like kind of like that second skin suit
Yeah.
thing.
So I don't know if that's the way they got past having a naked.
Yeah, no, it's for age rating
Yeah,
purposes, isn't
yeah.
it, essentially? But yeah, obviously we'll go into some of the changes that we noticed in the spoiler bit. So yeah, visuals done.
The music was definitely reminiscent of the
Yeah, oh yeah.
first one.
yeah.
That they did well.
Yeah,
got right.
that thing they did do right. But action-wise, it was pretty good.
There were a couple of scenes where it was hard to watch. It hurt the eyes to watch.
Yeah,
you have to admit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like the bit with the classic scene that you see in they showed in the first trailer of her jumping through the glass. You mean that scene?
No. The
light sticks.
Yeah, the light sticks.
The shock sticks.
That was.
Yeah, that did hurt my eyes because obviously it's dark and it's just flashing all over the place. And there was a few bits that you knew that was probably for the 3D version, like the billboards like flying past you and stuff like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It was hard to watch in some places.
Yeah, but other than that, and then they had like little slow-mo bits, which is a bit of they have to have them in films nowadays, now and again.
Of course they do.
But no, for the most part, good action.
Yeah.
Other than a few niggly bits which annoyed me, but definitely more action in this than there was in the original, I would say. They've added a few extra parts in it. They've kept the same. They've taken some of the action scenes from the original and put them into this one and changed it around slightly. But yeah, I can't complain with. I mean, she's obviously had experience with the Avengers and all the films, so Scarlett Johansson does fine in it all.
Yeah, she's a good choice for that role. Obviously, they're not going to make anything any different. Well, they're not going to put a TV series out with Scarlett Johansson, or they could do. Netflix TV series. Yeah, it really focused on, like we said, focused more on her past brain self, her original self, than what she's going to be doing later on in her life.
The motives are different in the two films. I can't remember exactly from the first one.
There's tweaks and small nuances and stuff here and there that
But this
change
one
it.
is more about her finding out who she is.
Yeah, what is the whole concept is to be human. Like we're all biological machines. She's mechanical, but she has a biological brain. Therefore, is she human? Same. It's been done before. We got iRobot. There's even a scene, we'll go into the spoiler section, that is very reminiscent of iRobot, and as you said,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
convinced it's not in the original.
No, it doesn't.
Because
Definitely not
I
in the
think
original.
I think you're correct because when
Not
I
in the
was sat,
film at least. I don't know if they did something along those lines in the anime, but
there was the 2.0 version as well.
yeah, but
Because when I was sat there watching it, I remember watching and thinking, this wasn't in the original. I'm sure it was, because this is very iRobot.
yeah.
But yeah, so would you recommend going to see it?
Probably not if you enjoyed Ghost in the Shell. I think you'll see too much of it which is similar but it's too different to probably enjoy by itself. That's the thing that I've kind of like been annoyed with.
That's why I didn't rewatch it. That's exactly why I didn't rewatch it, because I knew that something would, like, I'd watch it and be like, this is not right.
It's because they've changed parts of it, but they haven't changed it enough for it to be its own thing.
Yeah.
And then they've kept a lot of it from the old one, but just stuck it in because they want to have it in because it's in the original, and it's just it doesn't always mesh. That's the problem. But if you're watching it from not knowing the original, not knowing the storyline and all these aspects, then it's not as bad.
No.
Because you've not got those two. You're not comparing the two.
I can see why they've said, like, it's not done that well, it sort of flopped at the box office.
Yeah, I think most of the people that would have gone to watch this are fans of the originals and so they want to see it.
I think also people that haven't seen the anime, because they're those people that don't like those kind of cartoon, kind of adult cartoons. Sorry, I call it cartoon, but you know what I mean. And they won't have watched it, and therefore seeing this version, because it looks like a cool sci-fi film, very Blade Runner kind of thing, and people like that. Because we've got that to look forward to this year as well. So I think that's the sort of audience will go see it and probably enjoy it for its self-contained story and what it is, which is fair enough, because it is, it is self-contained, like beginning and end.
Yeah. It doesn't really actually need to be a sequel at all. It wraps up. It doesn't lead on for
Can you imagine
anything,
if it did make
which is fine, which is nice.
But anyway, yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the spoiler section now. So from now, spoilers. So not so much spoilers, but things that have definitely changed. Like we were saying about, what's his name?
Bardo. He gains his eyes. He starts off without the eyes, well, implants, and then like halfway through the film, he gets hit by an explosion. His face is fine. His eyes, right? And so he gets new eyes, which I don't know why they felt the need to put that in.
I think it's just so he's becoming more robotic like her, I guess. But even though he's probably got some enhancements.
He's already got some enhancements though.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know why they felt the need to put that in.
But
they did. But I'm pretty sure that I just watched one scene, just thinking, because when you first see him, he doesn't have the eyes. I was like, I couldn't remember if they were actually from the anime. I couldn't remember if they were actually his eyes or they were goggles, because they could have been either.
Yeah.
But they're obviously his eyes now. I don't think about it. So when you first see him, he doesn't have them. I'm like, okay, maybe he just wears them out again. But then I remember watching a scene in the film where I'm going, I'm sure in the trailer
you see his
he
eyes.
had the eyes at this
I was
point.
thinking the exact same
because
thing.
it's in the club where he does the flip, he gets his gun out,
His eyes are there.
and he starts shooting, and he already had the eyes. And I'm like, have they taken it out completely? Is he going to get them eventually?
That's
I don't
what
know.
I was thinking. I wondered if originally he had the eye implants in, and then they decided to reshoot it with eyes.
I mean, it could be that the actor just didn't like wearing them, so they've took it out for part of it. I don't know, but
who knows? Oh dear. Yeah, because I noticed that, and then what was the what was it about? I keep forgetting. Is it Kuz? Saying that he's now merged the two characters. He was okay, I guess, as a side antagonist / he's the reason that she realises what's going on and the evil that is.
yeah. So basically, she's number 99, I think, of the experiment to create a human, put a human brain into a cyborg body.
Yeah.
He was the one before her who sort of failed, but he sort of made himself live by connecting to a known network.
Yeah. So they tried to shoot him to kill him, and he
Yeah.
escaped, and then he uses the network to be able to interface with everything. So he's like,
Yeah.
It's also an escape route for him, isn't it? Essentially, because that's when he dies.
So they've sort of like got the Puppet Master from the first one. Because there were a few scenes where they used the Puppet Master scenes. Basically, him and the Major have the connection, and they realise that they're actually friends.
Or lovers, perhaps.
Maybe before they got taken and done the experiments on. And then he wants to merge with her so that they can ascend beyond being human.
Well, that's what happens to her in the original, isn't it? She becomes more.
In the original, the Puppet Master wants to merge with her so that he can
Become more human.
recreate.
Yeah,
he
become more
wants to
human.
become human. In this one, he wants to transcend above.
Yeah. He wants to
In the
become
old-
more than.
From what I can remember of the original, the Puppet Master is an AI created by Section 6 to do something with her, but then it goes rogue, and so they're trying to shut it down, while the Major then helps him become more than what...
Yeah.
Like I said, I watched it like, I'm not really sure what I watched, but that's from what I can remember.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong if I'm wrong.
It's probably a bit different. I can't remember, to be honest. I haven't watched it in ages. But like, as moving on to that bit where I was very iRobot-esque, is when they tried to shut her down. And they
Yeah.
had the goo, the red goo with the skull on it, and then the yellow goo, which I'm not quite sure what the yellow goo did.
I think it was because they had her sedated, so it might have been counteracting that.
It might, to. How can they sedate a robot?
Wasn't that?
Sedate a brain?
Well, if the brain control.
So they sedate the brain. Yeah, I guess they sedate the brain. But.
Surely they can just turn off all her robotics.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Why they said,
you
shut
just-
her arms off? Take her arms
Take her
off.
head off or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why I have to sedate a robot. Like, take her arms and legs off, then she can't move. And then, the whole Section 6 thing as well was.
I mean, there were some parts I like. Like they tried, like I said before, they've tried to recreate some scenes. Some of them they do well. Other than it's a
The
bit.
fight scene in the water.
Yeah, that. Because in the original they had the dumpster people. Well, one of them who had fake memories was going around connecting to the phones to doing something for the Puppet Master, and then they find that out, chase them, and it explains that he's being controlled and everything. He doesn't realise he's being controlled. Because that was a nice thing in the anime, because they're like, how did he not realise he has fake memories? And they're like, fake memories isn't possible yet, we can't do that. And then they were slightly different in this one, they weren't.
Yeah. Well, in this one they sort of acknowledge that he does probably have fake memories.
Yeah.
And they use the dumpster men to try and assassinate Dr. I can't remember.
Olet?
Who was one of the ones, because that's what he's doing, he's hunting down those responsible for making him.
Because he wants to find his memories.
He wants to fight, he wants to know what he's taken from him.
Yeah.
But in the end, if he just waits for Majors to do it, he finds them out already for her.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, it's not that interesting.
No.
The runaways that were captured and their brains were scooped out.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's that thing. They recreated the opening cinematic.
Yes, they did.
Which I think they did very well.
I like the opening cinematic.
That I
was
like.
really good. The brain inserting and it all coming together, and then she falls
Yeah, they
down,
go
and they
for the
suck her
thing.
through, and then she goes through and gets a coat of paint, and then she comes out.
paint
Then
goes
she
off.
becomes Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. I mean, that was nice. Then they recreated the first scene where she jumps off the building, enters through the window, shooting everyone. Although they changed it slightly because in the original he shoots the person. The program was
So stop getting hacked. So no, I think he dies from the hack anyway, because you never see him again, do you?
Yeah. But in this one day, she's protecting him from the people that are attacking him instead of her killing him. So they changed it slightly, but...
So they changed to make her not seem like a ruthless assassin.
Yeah.
More like a police officer.
Yeah.
Which
So
is nice.
they changed that. They had the scene where the hand becomes the robotic, like, the hand where it breaks off into... Do you not know that one?
What? What do you mean?
I'm
Sorry,
not doing
sorry.
it very badly.
I thought you were saying about the PA when she's in the car and she's like,
Yeah, she's in the car. She's doing all the time.
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they've had that. It's a different character, but they've still got the.
They got the same thing.
hand.
Sorry, I thought you were referring to something else, but that's
Yeah.
what in my brain was thinking.
Yeah, it was different in the anime, but they put it into this one. It's slightly different. And then obviously they had the water scene, and they've got the spider tank at the end
The spider tank.
in a completely different area. Although it's sort of, they still end up with the same thing of both of them broke on the floor next to each other,
Yeah.
and then the sniper comes in and takes them out, and
The classic sniper rifle beats helicopter
yeah.
routine.
And then they did try to do the whole Major ripping the
That was
top off
cool.
the tank, where
That was
she's
cool,
destroying
where-
herself. That was actually.
Her muscles
Quite
just
nice.
give way, or robotic muscles, and her
Yeah.
hand pops off.
I mean, they obviously couldn't do what they did in the anime, where you properly see all the muscles going, contracting and everything. But this one, she just like breaks apart as she's doing it, which they do in the anime. But it's nice.
I think it was more. I think it was kind of. I would say more not gory, but more graphic.
It was shorter in this one. It was shorter.
Shorter, yeah, it's shorter, but
Yeah, in the old one you say kind of like all her muscles tense up.
Yeah, and
everything,
then start to-
she starts to break apart. This one you don't really see that because it's a bit harder to do. But she does start to break off and then.
Yeah. What I want to know is how did she get her parts back?
What do you mean?
Well, at the end she's complete.
Got remade. I don't know.
Yeah, but I suppose they probably could still get the parts from that company. It's
Yeah.
just the CEO got shot by the guy, the head guy. I can't remember what his name is now.
Cutter.
Cutter. No, yeah, Cutter's the guy. I meant the head of Section 6.
Oh, I can't. Section 9.
Section 9, sorry. Section 9, whatever.
Section 6 years.
Section 6 are more cool. Section 9 are just, backyard, you know. Old, obsolete. That's why they've got to have her.
What? What are you on about now?
I don't know, nothing. It's Section 9, Section 6, Section 1, you know what I mean? There's Section 9, there must be some sections before them.
Well, yeah, in the animated, Section 6 is the main people.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah! Yeah, because Section 6 is...
Section 6 created the
yeah,
puppet master.
yeah, okay, and then Section 9, yeah, okay, fine. What's Section 1 there? That's the question.
I don't know.
But yeah.
So yeah, in this one, the bad guy is the evil corporation, which
Does it-
we have.
But we have all times, and we know, and it's straightforward to follow that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the anime, does she still working with Section 9?
At the end of the animated film, she and the puppet master merge.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like they're them, but a new entity, some kind, and she's in like a childlike body for some reason. So I don't know. I don't think she's in Section 9 anymore.
No.
She might be officially deceased, but she still lives.
Yeah, because I'm sure it was different. Because I thought at the end she was going to be like his voice in her head as well.
Well, in this one, it seems like he had already gone into her ghost from before when he'd captured her.
Yeah.
And in this one, he's just like, even if I die now, I'll still be in you. And he gets shot in the head with something. But in the original, they were connected in a deep dive, which they do in this one.
They did a deep dive, yeah.
But not right at the end. And then they just like, because in the original they had a nice little chat, and I remember watching going, I am not understanding any of this.
Why are you shouting to each other?
Because they're talking about the ghost in the machine, which they make it sound like it's the soul, is the part of it, and the anime it sounds like their actual human self or their memories of some kind. I'm not too sure. I'm probably wrong about this. And then he wanted to become human, and to become human you have to reproduce. He wanted to reproduce, so he can combine with her to reproduce into something new or something along those lines.
It was basically to become more human, wasn't it,
Yeah.
essentially? But this one, it's discovering your past self and who you actually are, your identity, rather than just fulfilling the basic thing of being human.
Yeah, yes.
So yeah, but I think it rounded off nicely. She's still with her team of awesomeness, and then she's still jumping down buildings, shooting things.
Yeah, then she finishes off by jumping back and then doing the whole goodbye thing, which they did in the original, but at the beginning, after she'd killed a person, she'd run away, and she did that thing. So they keep the things, they just mix them up slightly.
They've mixed it all around, and of course there's some deeper meaning. It's actually following the anime exactly right, but this is the stuff that's going on inside in her head, or something like that. some bollocks theory that someone's going to come up with in a couple of months' time and show screenshots and shit. Like in this scene, you see in the background a shadow of someone. This is actually her from the next scene, or something like that in the anime.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, probably not. Anyway, we'll just cut it there because there's not really much to talk about as to say with this film.
Spoilers, Cut is the bad guy. I mean, you could probably see that from a million miles away.
Oh yeah, of course. Evil corporation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we put the brain in your body to save you. I'm sure you did. It was all above board. Oh, wonderful.
You're going like, have they made it into RoboCop? Well, I've seen the RoboCop remake recently.
Did you?
Yeah, I've seen that. And I was like, have they turned it into RoboCop? And they sort of it was slightly similar, in all fairness, of making a weapon who is human and robot.
Well, yeah, but RoboCop probably was slightly. Wait, when was RoboCop made?
I'm not too sure.
1999 was for some of RoboCop. Was that the first one? Was that the second one?
Yeah, I'm talking about the remake, the reboot of it.
Oh yeah, no, I meant. Oh yeah, I thought. Well, I think like RoboCop was probably influenced by Ghost in the Shell and other things, like robot man machine.
Yeah.
The man machine thing has always been a thing.
Yeah, but in this one, like, she was
RoboCop.
created to be a weapon in this one,
Yeah.
which is what RoboCop was in the remake. Created to be, they just wanted a human.
Make him look more tactical.
Yeah.
Let's go with black.
Oh, God.
No, just keep him blue.
And then they're both trying to get to their past.
Yeah, they're trying to unlock their memories.
And the people want to control them and realise their failure to try to shut them down and defame them, saying they're this. It's just, I didn't want that.
Yeah, you wanted it soft. Like close to the anime. They could have done. They could have. To be fair, if they follow it to the letter, then there's no point watching it. Well, I suppose there is a point watching it.
But these are just a few of my complaints. If you have those complaints, fine. If you don't, fine.
Yeah, if you have any more speculation or anything you want to add it in the comments below. And we'll see you guys next time when we probably will go see Fast and the Furious 8. Fast 8! I hate this one's going back to its roots, Jamie.
Well, they did seem to be racing along some ice.
Race on ice with a submarine chasing them.
Yeah, that's very street race.
It's very silly. You thought it was going to be a street fight.
Oh,
no,
no.
we haven't thought that, Dom. We haven't thought that since number 3, 4.
Remember when it
2.
used to be about street racing? No,
Yeah.
neither did I.
Well, they had to get more NOS. I need more NOS! More NOS!
When's last time they used NOS? Actually, because
I don't know.
they don't use them. They don't use them anymore.
They don't need NOS anymore.
No, they've got guns and rockets and the fucking rock just lifting missiles everywhere.
We need to get some cars. Right. Let's go for a street race. The street race! Hard cut. Do they have the cars? Oh.
Oh yeah, that was in the real heist, but like, we need to go get some cars. Just come back with the cars. You don't see the street race, you just see them driving around the fucking circle trying to beat some cameras. Go to the racing.
I know. Anyway, that's a topic for next week,
time.
most likely. But yeah, so hope you guys have a good week, and we'll probably see you next week.
Fast 8.
Fast 8, the fate
No,
of
is it Fast and Furious 8?
The fate of the Fast and Furious.
Fate of the Fast and Furious?
It's Fast and Furious 8. It's Fast 8. F8.
F8.
Yeah.
Fate.
Fate.
What?
Marketing at its finest, Jamie. A lot of thought went into that. They got around the board meeting, a load of people were paying about $60,000 a year, and they thought, F8 Fate.
Oh, whatever.
Wait for Fast and Furious 9. Fast Legacy or something like
I'm
that.
pretty sure I looked at my IMDb and it goes down to like Fast and Furious 12.
Fuck off. No. Anyway, right. We'll see you guys next week. We're not doing this bullshit now. We'll do that bullshit
Yeah.
next week.